I don't know where to begin this story. Let us first look at his description. He doesn't look the kind of white guy that would date black girls. If you look at him closely, he looks more like someone into heavy metal, rock, death metal. Someone who's into Alice Cooper, Black Sabbath. He doesn't fit the description of someone who would go for black girls. Okay? Admittedly, this black woman had her head screwed on. She was trying to go into the RAF. So she was not somebody who was just, killing time. She was actually living her life ambitiously. But interestingly enough, even though she was living her life ambitiously, professionally, she went missing because of this white individual who I can't see him dating black girls. I can't see him wanting to. They're like chalk and cheese. And this is happening too often. These kind of white guys are going for black girls. Far too often. And it ends up, sadly, abusive relationships, or they tear the family apart, or in this case, she ended up being murdered, mutilated. Now, people are looking for the motive. No one questioned what was the motives. I've looked at all different reports. No one said that it got into any arguments or whatever. So he went to go on a date with her. On a date. A first date. And that date costing her life. She got murdered, mutilated. Not simple, if it was an argument, could be whatever. Nothing like that. She was mutilated, which means it was intentional. He went there to murder and slaughter and mutilate a black woman or black girl. He went there on purpose, which means it was a racist murder. Don't go on a date and say, okay, of a different race, and then suddenly you end up murdering the person. That was something that was racially charged and intentional. I've been warning black women. I'm not saying all white guys, but there's a fashion where a lot of racist white guys now are targeting black girls. I've done videos of hundreds of missing black girls all over the world. No one knows what's happening to them. Maybe this is a clue. These freaks of nature realize that they can get away with it because this billboard, missing black girl, missing, and sadly, nobody responded. And she ended up being found a leg, one of her legs in the park. What a disastrous way to end up. She was living her life, planning to go in the RAF, to serve America, to serve her country. And this is how they repay her, by killing her, mutilating her. And there's no motives. There's no motives whatsoever. You don't go to a meeting or at a dinner and they say, oh, you get to a break in an argument, they're tearing someone's limbs. No, you don't. That is racially charged. That is some serious KKK lynching. This is some serious racist murder. Will they come to that conclusion? I doubt it. Now they must find a motive. Just because they found out his DNA or whatever, but the motive, why did he do it? It's because it was a black girl. And they can get away with it. As I says, there's far too many freaks like this who are targeting black women, and they have racist attitudes. Their racism haven't changed. They have a sinister motives, but sadly we're in a bad state that until it's too late and it happens to us. This black girl, why she decided to go for a white guy like this, like the long hair looking like a werewolf. Why couldn't she go for, someone like, what's his name? John Pilger. Beautiful white man, John Pilger. Another beautiful white man, Noam Chomsky. Why she couldn't go for someone like James O'Brien from LBC Radio? Beautiful white man. They wouldn't harm her. But the kind of white guys that say to be racist white guys that say to be going for black girls like this have harm intention, dangerous, harmful intentions. And look at her. Look how she ended up. And there's far too many cases like this. Far too many. Sadly, the board was up and nobody responded. Missing black girl. And nobody responded. And look at my channel. When I first came out, I've only been going for a year. And you know something? The first guy covered was missing black girls. And you're lucky if anyone looks. You're lucky if anyone looks at the channel, at this subject. If it's a white girl, people come to the altar crying at the pagan altar. But when it's black girls, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These racists, these freaks, they pretend they're into black girls. They pretend. But the way they treat these black girls is not how they treat white girls. But it was saddening. Only 19 years old, this girl, 19 years old, right? Sade Robinson, and the guy who committed a murder was named Maxwell Anderson. And you look at his long beard, and you look at him, and you can't see why someone like him would want to go, for a black woman. It does not make any sense. And also the motives, I can't see the motives. 7-leg was discovered in Cudahy Park on April the 2nd, several miles away from Sade Robinson. Burnt Honda Civic were discovered in Milwaukee at 7:30 in the following morning. So Maxwell 33 was charged on April the 12th with first degree, with first degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and arson, after the prosecutors connecting the dots between the body parts, the burnt car, and the missing woman of person of interest. So nobody has come up with a motive as to why he would do it. Nobody. Not one. I've looked at different places and I couldn't see anywhere where people can provide a motive as to why he would do it. I put it to you that it was a racist murder, a racist KKK modern type of lynching masquerading as dating. Well, you black women, you have been warned. I want to quickly add, see I've changed my glasses, I want to quickly add, if he's a serial killer, how is it that the media has kept this quiet? And if he's a serial killer, how many other black women has he killed? How many other missing black girls? Because serial killers, how they work, they usually have no motives, and the police find great difficulty solving the crimes because every crime has to have a motive. I reckon he's a serial killer, and he was going around killing black girls. Let me know, what's your opinion once I finish here?